It's a very multi-layered conversation, and when you look at it on just the face value, you can easily miss. I don't think it's fair for anybody to be owed any money. I'm a producer myself, and I'm an actress. I've been on both sides, so I can understand where everybody is coming from. But this comes down to again structure. People are making movies with little to no money. They're making movies on passion, and because when there's no system, the breakdown affects everybody. Affects the producer, affects the actor. If we have great structure, better distribution, better finances, people are getting paid for their work. Producers invest and executive producers invest money knowing that they are going to make returns. It's extremely layered, but unfortunately we make it very pedestrian. Then it limits it to, okay, so if producers are paying everybody, what happens to the kind of films they're also producing? Through this conversation, I think what I heard a lot was people who don't even understand the business we are in. They don't even understand the film business. For instance, someone will say you should get a side hustle. Look, for every work you're in, you need something to fall back on. It's not just actors. It's just that for what we do, sometimes it's so blurry. So you can't pinpoint what you're doing. But if you start off as a banker, the money you're making is almost close to nothing. How much you make a month to bring something home? So side hustle is not limited to filmmakers and entertainers. Also, it's different if you sell something and you decide to come in the industry. For some of us, this is all we know how to do. So do we now say that, okay, let's continue to treat this poorly and focus on side hustle? It's not a hobby. It's not something you just come to. It's our job to build it into the business that it should be, so that actors don't need to come on TV and complain about being paid money. I can tell you producers are also being owed money from sponsors, from TV stations. It goes on and on and on. And although I feel sorry for any actor. I've been in that position before. But I've also had to build myself to the point where it's hard for anybody to owe me. But I have owed and been owed. And it is not fair either way. But even with the actors complaining, how many of us are willing to stick our guns out and say, you know what, if we are not getting, how function is our guild? Because guilds are supposed to even regulate how much people pay. Now, how many of us are willing to abide by guild codes and say, don't show up on this set unless you are being paid X, Y, Z? I know a lot of upcoming actors pay for audition. That's wrong. But how many of them are willing to say, I will not go if they ask me to pay? But the question is, how will you also survive? It is such a multi-layered industry. But my frustration with this was, it was an opportunity to have a very important conversation. And all of it was messed up because of sentiments. Because you can sympathize with someone and also look at your own contribution to it. Because some people even came out to make a lot of noise. Also old people. Do you understand? So the reason why I didn't even talk as much was I was reading all of this and I could feel every single person's pain in there, from producer to actor to distributor. It is a problem. The problem is not with an individual. The problem is with the system. And a lot of times we forget to attack a system. When a system is right, you can easily take someone to court. How many contracts are you signing before you film? How many of them have even signed contracts? When I insist on contracts on film sets, everybody looks at me like, I'm saying, no. I need a contract so that, So if you're working with me and then you don't sign a contract, you give me free will to
do anything.
But then I also understand that you love what you do. So no matter how bad it is, you want to show up. So I really do hope that we're able to have the right conversations without sentiments and help build the industry instead of constantly attacking each other. It doesn't help anybody. So the perfect picture is finally in Nigeria. I'm so excited. It's in Nigeria somewhere. I get a lot of my Nigerian fans say, when are you coming to Nigeria? We are here. And I always tell people that when we come and you don't go and see it, next time we won't come again. But I'm very confident everybody will go and see it. So if anywhere in Nigeria, please go and watch. I have to say that our movie has exceeded our expectations. And that's the power of a good story. it has legs on its own, and I know people will watch this film and they will enjoy it as much as we did making it. So please go and see it. Support Ghana film, support Nigerian film, support African cinema, so that we can continue to make amazing movies for everybody.